Do we have stream? Looks like we do. Does it sound like it too? It does indeed. So hello people of the internet, it is I, Solar Dragon here, back with more Fate Grand Order, where today we're going to continue the Christmas event, doing a lot of catching up. First things first though, what is the event exchange, I think? Yeah, it's the event exchange. And the auto desynced. Nice! Already. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. But I'm gonna really quickly, just for the chance to get the CEs, I'm gonna spend 11 tickets here on this banner, real quick. And then we'll get to the actual event. It's gonna annoy me severely that we're out of sync, but I'm not gonna try and force it again, like last time. That's just gonna annoy me further, since now we're gonna stay in sync. I don't know why either. It's weird that FGO just does not want to stay in sync, audio-wise. It is what it is. Okay, we got another wish come true. That's okay, at least. It's better than nothing. I'd really like the 4 or 5 star CE though, please. And thank you. The magic words have been spoken. The ancient pact has been invoked. 10 or 11, whatever it is to get the double spin. I don't remember, honestly. I just was speaking words when I said that. And my brain is just a little bit on the well done side right now, I will admit. Just a very small amount. Because I had 2 exams today. I passed one of them. I have no idea how I did on the second one. No idea whatsoever how I did on the second exam yet. It was on paper, and it wasn't even a Scantron on paper. It was like old school. The questions are printed out on a worksheet, and you have to circle the whole answer in order to answer it. Old school test answering there. And haven't gotten a response, haven't gotten the grade posted just yet, so I have no idea how I did. I pray that I passed, though. I so pray that I passed. Because otherwise, I'm going to be in a very bad mood. Very, very bad mood I will be in otherwise. See, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Hopeful. I'm also hopeful that I will get a CE here, rather than a servant. Please, game. Ah, the Padoru is here as well. Welcome, Buster. Welcome, Padoru. Indeed, it is the Padoru season. Padoru should cheer me up a bit. I might listen to it just to let some of that post-test anxiety melt away. How be things, Buster? How be things? Dang, we only got the 3-star CE. Twice, I think. From 10 or 11 tickets. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Alright. Well, let's get to the event then. So, I have done a little bit of off-stream running of stuff. Not that I can get one like a lady CE, which is better than nothing, especially considering I can't do this yet. Still a third of the way through being able to do that. So let me really quickly claim these. And then go here, claim these towards pages. You. You've been doing your book report for a collective 3 hours today. Nice. What book is your report on, if you don't mind me asking? Like a lady CE, it has both of the Gawains. This is NP gain, HP recovery rate 15, as well as a starting charge, as well as increasing the amount of spoons. Spoons! A true lady must remain modest at all times, even when the very Knight of the Round Table she admires more than anyone else appears right in front of her. The best thing I can do right now is make sure tonight's party comes together perfectly. Aw. Marcus does admire the knights, doesn't she? Chaldea must be a very nice place for her, because she gets to be with her heroes. Alright, so we will go ahead and do section 3. Let's make a delicious salad. Ugh, salad. Yuck. It's a psychological book. Okay. Gotcha. Psychological. So a psych course then. Man, I remember doing psych courses way back in the day. Psych courses can be interesting. I am Martha. Plain, ordinary Martha. I am Martha, the big sister. Martha, who loves all her siblings. Oh, things I dislike. I wonder what that would be. Maybe oratory collectors? Because, you know, they put father in a bad mood. But other than that, nothing much. I can name a bunch of things I like. I like ovens. I like the scent of baking in the oven. I love the sense of accomplishment I feel when I get a fire started in one. And most of all, I love seeing everyone's happy faces when I serve a meal. I like that we're getting some more character development for Martha. Especially, you know, a lot more innocent development. Oh, they've started to decorate. There, it's done baking. Okay, next we spread butter over the top while it's still nice and hot. Then we sprinkle powdered sugar over the whole thing once it cools. I'll use Magecraft. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold up. Emiya, you can do no Magecraft except for making swords. So don't go lying here. Is this actually Emiya if he has Magecraft other than projection and reinforcement? Now for the sugar. No sense being stingy during the holidays. Hup. Oh my gosh, that's so much sugar. But I like the way you think. By all means, let's really pile it on. Gosh, modern standards and cooking appliances are amazing. Indeed, the more you spend on cookware, the crazier things get, and kitchen appliances are only getting more and more advanced. This has been a CAT PSA to keep a close eye on the latest developments in cookware for those in charge of their household's kitchen. Money can't buy you time, but it can save you some, and the less time you have to spend in the kitchen, the more time you can have to enjoy your life outside of it. My gosh, I don't think I realized how smart this kitty actually is until now. Oh gosh, that's a frightening thought. But never mind that. Okay, I think that actually looks kind of okay. It's a lot of sugar though, like holy cow, that's a lot. That takes care of the first dish. What a beautiful Stollen. I'm amazed at how well it turned out, considering this is your first time making it, even if you did have Lord Emiya helping you. You're amazing, Martha, because it does look pretty good. I owe it all to my great teacher. Thanks, Mr. Emiya. That was nothing. You're practically a professional chef already, so a little advice was all you needed. I see you're as skilled with compliments as you are teaching, Mr. Emiya. I don't know what you're talking about. Now that the Stollen turned out great, what do we do next? Good question. I think it's time we decide on the main courses. The only question is, what kind of ingredients do we have to work with? What kind of meat do you have here? How easy is it to get fresh vegetables? Don't worry about ingredients. Just assume you can find whatever you might need here. Hold on to your oven mitts, because we've got everything under the sun. Woof. Really? Everything? That's right. Thanks to a combination of modern science and Magecraft, we have all sorts of veggies here, and they're all as fresh as if they've been harvested today. We have leaf greens, root vegetables, and we have lots of tomatoes, too. Tomatoes? Oh, I know about those, even though I've never seen them before. They're red and juicy, have just a little bit of tang to them. And of course, we have plenty of potatoes and carrots, too. This is wonderful, just wonderful. If we have so many fresh vegetables, I should be able to make a lovely salad. Okay, let's go get ingredients to make salad. Are there any foods you don't like, Master? Salads? Salad? I don't care for vegetables. But I guess when the world has ended, I can't really afford to be picky. That's great, Master. Come here. Look at you not being a picky eater. I'm so proud of you. There we go, I knew this suited me better. Sure, it's nice to have someone else give me a head pats now and then. But I'm the big sister here, so I should be the one giving them out. Not to mention... That's our master for you. Nothing would make us happier than make for you to grow up big and strong. I guess when you survived on tree roots, grass, and insects out in the singularities, a plate of oh gosh, we have to survive on so little. Ugh. Tree roots, grass, and insects. Is that true, Master? I pray it's not. Okay, I never got that desperate. Whew. Really, so you're absolutely sure there are no foods you dislike? If there's anything you've developed a distaste for on your travels, make sure to tell me, okay? Yeah, I will if I do. No, but I'll stick with you for as long as it takes to get you to like it again. Oh, unless we're talking about allergies, of course. That's different. I see, so you still know about allergies. I'm a little surprised myself. But I think anyone who plans to cook nowadays would need to know about that. Alright, it sounds like our next task is stock up on veggies then. Are we all good with that? Sir, yes sir! Then let's get going. But first, Scotty. Yes, do you have a question for me? You better believe we do. Gareth told us the ingredients you gotta search for weren't supposed to attack us. But that's exactly what they did. What's going on here? Indeed, what is going on? Did you just answer a question with a question? I assure you I'm not being snarky. On the contrary, I was genuinely curious as to why things would turn out this way, that's all. Please believe me when I say I didn't expect matters to escalate to violence. Could your primordial runes have done something more than you intended? I would like to say that isn't possible, but the situation itself leaves me uncertain. Then I'll try and see if I can get to the bottom of this mystery. Can I count on your assistance, Scotty? Yes, of course. Thank you. Alright, well, we could stay here and wait for the command room report. We could also go and get more ingredients now, as long as we're prepared for things to get a little rough. How's that even a question? Of course we'll go get more ingredients now. We don't have any time to waste if we're going to make this party a success. Now come on. Yep, a little bit of that ruler self in there. Let's go, everyone. Yes, ma'am. And just like last time, monsters, monsters, monsters. Now we have frozen enemies blocking our way. I fought a number of different monsters when I was alive, but I've never seen ice beasts before. This should make for a good battle. I have to say, these modern-day storehouses are much more exciting than the ones from my time. Just to be clear, modern storehouses don't usually have stuff like this in them. Oh, for goodness sake, if these things are going to try and stop us, then we just have to cut our way through them. Besides, this is much more ice than we could possibly need for cooking. Oh, how do you use ice in cooking? Well, shaved ice makes a great dessert, and you can also use it to dilute strong alcohol. I see. Okay, I'll keep cooking as much as I can to Tarask. You rang. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Tarask. Just call me Super Tarask. You know, now that I think about it, eating all this food after every battle is... Oh yeah, good point. We might be consuming a few more calories than we should be, huh? Oh well, good thing we're her experience. Yeah, we'll be fine. Nothing to worry about here. Woof. Wild beasts are always growing after all, so if Martha's gonna cook lots of food for us, we'll just have to eat it all. Cat! Exactly, the more you cook, the more you eat. And don't forget, Master, you've got to pig out with the rest of us too. Now, let's eat. Guess that's true for as long as Martha's fighting, but still, do you want me to get sick? Okay, let's do this. That's gonna be a lot of food. We'll go with Cat again. Santa Martha needs to be in the start. Looks like she already is. Was I running this party? I think I might have been running this party. Okay. I honestly don't remember. Yeah, I must have. Weird. So it doesn't look like the 3-star currencies actually boost on this node, so yeah, I'm just gonna go in with this. Oversized frost. Let's get some brave chains going here. See about getting some NP up in the house. And do. And do. Good. And this next wave is 2 enemies only. Let me delete them, please, and thank you. Bop, beep. Oh, it's so nice not to have any stress for like almost a month at this point. Although there is still the stress because I have no idea if I've passed one of my courses or not. But still, it's less stress overall. And that's nice. Lower overall stress levels is nice. Even if this is going to be the longest break I get. It's ready. Another battle in the can. Nom, nom, nom. This is really good. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, nom, nom. Teleportation. There's another distortion. Looks like we'll be changing areas again, just like last time. Indeed, the runes are guiding you to the next destination. They are. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, since you can clearly only barely understand them. Ooh. It's precisely because I don't understand them that I would like to think they provide guidance now. I'm sorry. It's okay. Alright then, on to the second ingredient area. Let's do it. Agreed. See you later, senpai. In the next section, you'll form your party immediately before the battle begins. Alright. And this is another 4-star currency node, it looks like. Oh, wait, that is the 3-star currency. My eyes are apparently a little bit foggy. It's cold here, too. Well, whatever it may look like, don't forget that we're in the basement storehouse, so of course it'll be cold. Not only is the storehouse basically a giant fridge to begin with, but right now the rooms are making things even colder than usual. Cat. Enjoying the snow. So cold. Gosh, look at her go. She must have been overcome by the urge to run around again. Oh, Cat. Hi, Miss Goomba. Welcome to the stream. How'y things, how'y things. Kara. I like that energy. You gotta make the most of winter whenever it rolls around. You're good? That's good to hear. That is good to hear. I'm in a state of quantum neutrality, because I don't know if I'm good or if I'm not good just yet. I just had 2 exams today. I passed one of them, and the other doesn't have the result posted yet. So I don't know if I failed that course yet or not. So I'm in a state of quantum neutrality. You're doing the event and you're saving up courts now? Who are you saving for in the upcoming season? The one-of-a-kind laugh indeed. That's right, it's me. Kichi Hogan, I think was her name. Yes, I was right. Okay, that's enough. You should settle down before you slip and hurt yourself. And Bradamante. Didn't expect 2. Did you just give me head pats? Head pats are very nice. Head pats are appreciated. I'm Bradamante, and I'll be your guide at the vegetable area. Me too. You get 2 guides here. Understood, though I have to say I'm a little surprised to see you 2 teaming up. Oh, it's not as surprising as you might think. Bradamante here is a spear wielder, right? And I happen to know my way around a spear myself. I've even given her a few pointers in the simulator. Lady Kichi's just being modest. Her spear work is magnificent to behold. In fact, she just spent about half a day with me in the simulator, helping me work on my form. We just finished our session when the Queen of Scandinavia came up and asked us for our help. You want Hephaestion, Summer Ibuki, Iris. I'm not going for Hephaestion myself, but I am going for Summer Iris, Summer Scotty, and Summer Gareth. Though the big prize this summer is the Wells Fairs. I mean, Summer Ortland is going to be so nice. You're doing GSSR with Summer, and Space Ishtar on it. Very good choice. Both of those are very premier units and very much high-tier waifus. I never would have thought it'd involve vegetables, though, but hey, I'm a Tengu. Of course I love wild plants and such. Well, I love vegetables. I see. Really, there are no foods I dislike, but anyway, vegetables are all about quantity. Whether you put them in a salad or roast them in a pan, it's not a proper veggie dish without quantity and variety. Of course, veggies aren't usually served as entrees unless you're a vegetarian. Those are generally meat, fish. As for carbs, you can of course serve root veggies like potatoes, but grains like barley and rice are very popular too. So while vegetables may tend to be relegated to side dishes, they're still an essential source of valuable nutrients we need to live healthy lives. Are you telling me I don't live a healthy life because I don't eat vegetables, Bradamante? Because vegetables are ugh. So, my point is, veggies are all about quantity and variety. Especially since they shrink when you cook them. Lady Bradamante. Yes! That was magnificent. I couldn't agree more. Quantity is indeed the defining quality of a meal. Exactly. Friends. Percival and Bradamante. Interesting friendship there. So Percival's a quantity man too, huh? Especially when it comes to roots and tubers. That must be why he got Bradamante was talking about on a deep personal level. That does make sense. As much as any of this does. Alright. I can see how passionate you are about veggies. Okay then, let's go find some good ones to pick. I'm glad I didn't have to do a whistle. What are those? See that? A little whistle is all it takes to draw out the local bloodthirsty enemies. Hey, that's great. That'll save us lots of time. Here they come, everyone. Get ready to fight. Excuse me. I think I'll take Bradamante this time. And should put her in the front lines as well. You also got Koyan and Oberon. Nice. You going for the upcoming Koyan as well? Ingredients are attacking. How much of a buff was that? Not much. And do a little this. You're saving for the others. Fair. I know that I'm going to be going on the... I know I'm going up onto the upcoming banners. Bye, Martha. But yeah, I know I'm going to be going for the next 2 banners myself. Because, first off, the next banner has not only somebody with dragons, and you might have guessed by the username here that I like dragons or something, but I swear the other servant looks exactly like Itachi Uchiha, and I was a big Naruto fan back in the day, and Itachi was a top-tier character, so even if it's not him, the sheer similarity of appearance is making me want to roll for him. I don't even know his name, but I'm going for his banner because I want the Itachi lookalike. And then I made an early game vow that I wanted to get every single foreigner servant, so I'm going for the Koyan as well. Are you sure those are veggies? Because they really look more like trees. Kanra kara kara. That's because they are. Once you've beaten them into submission, wonder of wonders, they become vegetables brimming with vitamins and minerals. Man, these rune things are pretty impressive. Yeah, runes don't normally work that way. I agree. Talk about reckless. You need tickets for Hephaestion. That's fair. Cat Flash. That's what you get for throwing pearls before felines. Huh? I thought I just pulled off some fancy defrosting, if I do say so myself. And check out all these sweet veggies, woof. That's great, but we'll still need more. Calde has both human staff and servants, after all. So we should get some more vegetables to make sure we have enough salad for everyone. You can skip me for the salad. Alright, then let's keep this battle going. Montogi. I don't know how that word is. You do have a couple of foreigners. Yep, I've gotten every one of them so far, and I'm not gonna let something as silly as having no actual job and thus no way of having sustainable income keep me from getting the next few. Ha 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 ha. That's probably not a good thing to say, but I'm gonna keep with that ideal. Something as silly as not having a job will not hold me back from getting all of the foreigner servants. Ha 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 ha. That's totally a healthy mindset to have, right? That's not unhealthy at all. Not at all. Are you single target, Bradamante? You are AoE. Let's do this to guarantee Emmy at end. I need Martha to not die. Okay, I guess Bradamante's not going to get her NP off. That's unfortunate, game. Why would you bully poor Martha like that, game? What did she do to deserve this treatment? What did they do? Stop confusing poor Bradamante as well. Jeez, the game just does not seem to be playing nice with her. Sure. Sure. Get rid of that confuzzlement. And do a little this. Good job, Emiya. And now we just press a couple more buttons, and it will essentially control Alt Delete. I am the bone of my soul. Unlimited blade once. Good job, Emiya. そう大したロスにはならなかったな。予定に変更はなしだ、マスター。It's always having post battles lately. Whew. Well, Lady Martha, will this be enough? Yes, I think so. Well, actually, I might want a little more. We might be able to use the extra veggies in other dishes, but this should at least be enough for the salad. And I'll go get some more right now. Wait, hang on. Looks like we're all out of enemies to harvest around here. That's too bad. Then this is the perfect time for a break. We can get back to ingredient hunting later. That aside, this has all been the same type of enemy, hasn't it? It was like with the gingerbread golems too. At least they turn into different kinds of vegetables when they defeat them, but it's still strange. The runes must have turned the various ingredients that were being kept here into a single conceptual type of enemy. And like you and Kichihoken said, defeating these enemies turns them into all sorts of different ingredients. So it looks like the runes are influencing the whole place, not the individual food items. I guess that's just how these things work. So, the same as last time then, woof. Yep. This might not be surprising anymore, but that doesn't mean I'm used to it either. Huh? So this isn't normal for Chaldea? I mean, it kind of is par for the course. No, this definitely isn't normal. Be careful, my fair ladies. Looks like we have a new foe to deal with. And a big one at that. What the? Is the ground shaking? So it's here. I thought we had a little more time before it showed up, but oh well. Yes, it's a Spriggan. The Vegetable King. It's the largest enemy in the entire area. It's either noticed our battle or simply drawn to the strongest fighters in its territory. You've been in the veggie drawer this whole time. Big one, huh? Interesting. Very well, then I, Sir Percival, shall be your opponent. Well, Percy, thing is, dude, you're kind of a lancer. Actually, you know what? Why not? Why not have Percy in the front lines? He's better than my Percy, too, funnily enough. So, yeah, this would be fine. And this has the 3-star currency. I should have been having this on for a while now. That's my bad. There we go. This is pretty much going to be my CE setup, sadly. Sadly. Yeah, this will be fine. Oh, it's, I thought for sure it was going to be a Spriggan, not this guy from the Gouda Gouda event. Not the most recent one, it was a couple times ago, honestly. I can't even remember which Gouda Gouda this was from. Not bad, damage though. And Percy Punch. Percy Smack. I like it. Smash, not smack. Yeah. Cursed, and it looks like healing down. Okay. Throw that onto Percy. HP recovering down. And don't be glitching out on me. Target focus. Yeah, throw a bit of invincibility on there as well, Percy. Oh yeah, audio sync is gone now. There's no even pretending about any form of audio sync anymore. Oh wow, the curse got Martha. That's unfortunate. Jeez, even when I have target focus on to keep Martha alive, Martha goes down. These people just don't like Martha. Nice 0-point heal there, Percy. Very nice. But done and dusted. And forward march. There, it's down for the count. Excuse me, piece of cake. This is great. Now we should have plenty of vegetables for other dishes too. Well, that last enemy didn't really look, but it was a veggie, right? That's my understanding. Anyway, well done, everyone. This is as far as I go, but I wish you luck on the rest of your quest for the ingredients. My work here is done too, but I am rooting for you all. Alright, let's take a careful look around before we head back. We don't want to leave any ingredients behind after all the work we did to collect them. Sounds like a plan to me. I can't wait to get back and start making a salad. I just know it's going to turn out great. Positivity, Martha. That's the mindset to have. That's that node done. We got us a quartz. And you know, I'm gonna try. So I'm gonna just try real quick, close the game, relaunch to get that audio resynced up because it's starting to bug me. And let's see how long we can get it to last this time. Open up just a bit. Alright. So we did also unlock a new free quest here, which we will do real quick. And, yeah, let's just keep it on the 5-star currency thing. So we'll go like so. I think this is what my setup was. Emiya can be replaced by a saber. We don't really have a applicable saber class servant for this though. So Dante's. We'll put Emiya back in the ring when we get to it. I'm guessing there just went the audio sync for Lord only knows why that lagged. Lord only knows why that lagged. Why, game? Like, I would seriously love to know why the audio sync is so bad. Dude. I don't know if it's a reflector that's the issue or what. Yeah, we can do this. I forgot Dante's got that buff recently. And this will be fine, presumably. Oh, so close, Dante. So close. Yeah, let's just do a little bit of deleting of Jaguar Man, just because, better safe than sorry when considering them. And finish this off, Dante's. Boop, bop, bop. I'm gonna try one more time after this node to reset to see if that freaking works. Hopefully it does. Bond 3 Santa Martha. Got a lot of spoons, at least, which is nice. Silver fruit. Silver fruit. So we close and then relaunch one more time to stop losing the audio sync up. It's gotta be like reflector or something, I don't know. It's the only explanation I can think of. I don't like that little bit of stutter I already heard. So now we go all the way to the top and do section 4. Let's try making Eggs Benedict. Interesting dinner dish. But sure, we'll give it a shot. Okay, that should do it. Now we just add this special dressing, and that's an interesting looking salad. Our special Caldea salad is done. These tomato things are so nice. I had no idea vegetables could be so juicy. That is Japanese style dressing you all taught me to prepare that really bring this salad together. It goes well with the leafy veggies, the cucumber, the tomatoes, and it really brings out the flavor in all the other ingredients too. Also, the soy sauce, was it? It was interesting using it in the dressing. I learned so much today. Alright, now that it's done, let's keep it in the fridge and use some Magecraft to make sure it stays fresh until it's time to serve. There's a good bit more than I was expecting, though. Would you mind helping us out, Madam Betty? Not at all, chirp. Compared to running an inn with customers constantly coming in and going, this will be a cinch, chirp. Thanks, madam. We appreciate it. All that aside, running an inn, huh? I'd love to try that myself someday. Oh, interesting. Now, what should we do for the next dish, Martha? I feel like it's still too early to start working on the entrees. I think I'd like another side dish to go with the salad. But what should it be? How about an egg dish? Ah, that's what it is. It's another side dish. An egg dish? That sounds delightfully fancy. I don't know, eggs are pretty common nowadays, so it might not be as fancy as you think. Omelets and scrambled eggs are pretty standard staples at breakfast, so we'd probably want something special for Christmas. Eggs, huh? I used to love eating eggs when I was alive. Whenever the chickens in our coop laid enough eggs, I'd toss the eggs in a big pot and boil them all together. Or sometimes I'd just crack them all open and guzzle them raw. Okay. That sounds like something out of a boxing movie. That's like Rocky or something. Does it? Well, I'm sure we knights aren't the only ones who like to down eggs by the dozen. So what would be an egg dish fancy enough for a party? I don't think galettes would be quite up to the task. I got it. Eggs Benedict. You know they've got to be tough cookies with a name like that. Hey, yeah, that could work. Eggs Benedict. Hey, J6. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. Happy things, happy things. It's a dish where poached eggs, ham, bacon, and sauce are all served together on top of an English muffin. Oh, and a poached egg is an egg that's been cooked outside of its shell. Oh, I know what you mean. That's where you crack open a raw egg and boil it in hot water, right? What kind of sauce does it use? Hollandaise. So what, J6? You said so. Are you sewing something? You make it with whipped egg yolk, melted butter, and a little salt and lemon juice. It goes with just about anything. That sounds delicious. It does sound delicious. I've never had this, so sure, why not? So you've never had them before either, Master? Then we'll have to taste them for the first time together. You can't fool me. A good big sister pays attention to her younger siblings' reactions. And I should know. Then it's settled. You hear that, my fellow kitchen warriors? Agreed, we're going to make Eggs Benedict. I think we still have some eggs in the fridge. Yeah, but not nearly enough. We're going to need a whole lot more. To the freezers! Again! This is starting to become a pattern, isn't it? Yep, another pack of frozen enemies. Almost feels like an unnecessary rite of passage at this point. Or maybe these frozen enemies have a deeper meaning we're not seeing yet. Don't worry, I'll support you all by cooking up a storm again. I just love how wholesome your fighting style is. Not only is it fun to watch, but the food you serve is yummy too. I know you don't feel like a saint right now, but it's still just what I'd expect from one. I guess you're right, but... is cooking like this really the sort of thing a saint would usually do? Who's to say it's not what it would do, to be fair? I suppose. There they are, the freezing cold ice enemies. Woof. Could crush them with my frying pan or use my claws to slash into icy ribbons. Wouldn't that make them shaved ice instead? Yes, it would, which is why I'm afraid I'll have to sit this one out. Woof. Hey now, cheer up. We don't mind... what did that say? Mind picking up the slack, and I'm sure I can make crushed ice just as well as anyone. Here they come, Master. Yo, get 'em, everyone. So you were looking through all the Honkai Impact posts about creating a new playlist to sleep to. One of the titles you found was called Depressed, and the comment section went crazy over the title. Most of them said the same thing. Oh, what did most of them say? Because I'm pretty sure you weren't here when I said it, but I'm in sort of a state of quantum unknown right now. I'm both okay, but I'm not okay at the same time here. Because I passed one of my... meant Ostnut post. Oh, OSTs, gotcha. But yeah, I passed my one exam that was today, because I had 2 exams today that I need to pass to continue in the program. I passed one of them, but the other one hasn't posted the results yet, so I don't know if I passed it. So I'm both happy that I passed one, but I'm also depressed because I haven't passed the other one yet. At least I'm also happy because I also might have passed it. So I'm like in that middle ground where I don't know if I should be happy because I passed it. I don't know if I should be sad if I passed it. So I'm just stressed. I think that's probably the better word. I'm just stressed. I'm panic stressed because I really don't want to fail this. Although I do know I got a few questions on it wrong. It was essentially the course itself. Your school's on strike, so finals are delayed. I'm actually glad that didn't happen with me because I would just be stressing out more. But I know I did get a few questions wrong. Tell some of the most of Honkai Impact, and you can't help but agree. It's always nice when you find a song that can do that quite nicely. It is always nice. And I've kind of wanted... I'm not gonna lie, there is a song that I feel sums up the part 1 of FGO quite nicely. And I've wanted to make an AMV based around the song. But I just don't know if I'm confident in my ability to do that. But, yeah. I know I got at least a few questions wrong. One of the questions on the exam was, for the purpose of immobilizing a baby for an X-ray, what is the proper method to mummify them? And yes, you heard me right. What is the proper method to mummify a baby for the purpose of immobilizing it for an X-ray? I never studied that. Like, looking through the book later, it was there, but for the purpose of keeping a baby still to take an X-ray, what is the best method to mummify a baby? And it's just like, when I saw that question, I was like, wait, what? Mummify? Do you really have to call it mummify a baby? And it was just a lot of, how do you set the sheet up before wrapping the baby in it? Essentially, swaddling a baby would have been a better term to use, based on what some of my classmates said afterwards. But they were laying a blanket out in the square, laying a blanket out in a pillowcase shape, having a rolled up blanket or having a blanket in a triangle shape. And I put the pillowcase shape, but apparently it was a triangle shape. It's how you swaddle a baby, like how you actually swaddle a baby in blankets. But I've never swaddled a baby, so I had no idea of that. And the fact that it said mummify was very weird. Because that just, threw me off my game a little bit. You guys crushed it, and they're delicious, too. She's snacking on the enemy remains. Oh, cat. No way. Don't tell me these ice enemies haven't been dropping ingredients just because Cat's been eating them all. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, it's possible, but let's not pry any further. We really don't need to be worried about ice right now. There, the runes have decided to guide you once again. That way leads to the third ingredient area. I know it's labeled the cheese cellar, but there should be high-quality eggs there as well. Indeed, I suspect you'll find something within that is truly emblematic of eggs as whole. Just please do watch your step. Yes, please be careful, Senpai, and everyone else too. We've been looking into several different possibilities as to what could be leading the ingredients to violent behavior, but we still don't have any strong leads. Thanks, Mash. Don't work yourself too hard, though, okay? Thank you, Senpai. I won't. Okay, once again, please be careful out there. Of course. But yeah, definitely can't use drugs. There was another question that was, what is something that, as a rad tech, you need to make sure of when dealing with neonatal infants? And it was just to make sure everything is incredibly sterile because of the weakened immune system of babies. So thankfully that one was self-explanatory, but again, just mummifying a baby is so out of left field that was not expecting. And I got it wrong, because I've never swaddled a baby. At least I haven't yet. I will definitely keep this in mind, though, for when I eventually have a child in the future. Looks like we're indoors this time. My hands are gonna be numb. I hate the cold. Don't worry, your big sister will warm them right up. Yep, they really are cold. You do have a snowsuit, Mr. Ko, don't you? That's what it's called, right? So we're in a warehouse this time, huh? Wonder if this place being indoors means something. Are all cheese warehouses this cold? Processed cheese is usually chilled as part of the processing, but aside from that... Yeah, I know, it's really freaking cold, right? That's why you've got to golden up your spirits to get through it. Kentoke! And Spartacus. That's an interesting matchup. I don't know what that symbol is, but I do see squared there. Hey there, boss. Try as it might to oppress us, we will never succumb to this frosty environment. Isn't that right? Quantum squared. Okay. Also, gotta say, I like how they've been using this sprite for Kentoki ever since he and Kyo. I really do like that they've been using it. And I do look forward to 2 years from now when a certain God of War will get her sprite updated, much like a certain Demon Prince of the Heavens or whatever Nobu's title was got. Because I have seen the upgraded sprites there, and I gotta say, they look very nice. Kentucky Spartacus. You're all here for ingredients, right? Well, we're here to lead the way. Oh my, you're both so big and strong. That's wonderful. You must have been such good eaters when you were growing up. Come here, you two. Don't be shy. Huh? Come on, it's okay. She's giving head pats. There you go. You're such good boys. Spartacus getting a head pat. Oh gosh. What is the reaction? What the heck? This is not oppression, and yet there is still oppression here. Indeed, it seems to fill these very rooms. Really, Spartacus, you're sensing that much? If the Queen's runes brought him here against his will, he'd certainly see that as oppression. Pi squared. Pi squared or phi squared? But so it's not quantum squared? I didn't realize you could interpret oppression so broadly. That aside, Sakata Kentoki of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings and Spartacus, the hero of rebellion, huh? You two make an unusual team, though certainly not one lacking strength or dependability. It's the Greek letter for phi. Okay, but it also is the symbol for quantum. How the heck did you get that symbol typed in, by the way? Did you, like, Google the symbol, copy and paste or something? Or did you do some fancy schmancy stuff with your keyboard? You think? Me and Spartacus here get along pretty well, you know? So first we had Garrett serving as our guide, then it was Lady Kichi and Lady Bradamante, and now we have Lord Sakata Kentoki and Lord Spartacus. I wonder if there's any deeper meaning to these personal choices. Oh, you just figured something out, Emiya? No, I just had a thought. In Garrett's area, the boss was an enemy who sought deeper understanding of his existence. In Kichi and Bradamante's area, the boss had a Lancer spirit origin. Remember how Kichi turned into a Lancer temporarily? So you're saying the bosses in these areas correspond to the guides? I wouldn't go that far. It's just a thought, that's all. Well, it sounds to me like you're on the right track. And if you are, what do you think we'll see? What do you think we'll see with Kentoki and Spartacus? A berserker? Berserker? Nah, these cheese guys ain't berserkers. You guys are here for cheese, right? Something really special, super delicious golden cheese? No, actually we're here for eggs. Eggs? I thought you were here for cheese. Is this oppression? Nah, Spartacus, you're in luck. By anything, but it's gonna be a rebellion. Huh? How does that work? Does searching for eggs count as rebellion? No, not exactly. This place is full of cheese enemies. There's tons of cheese everywhere you look around here, right? Well, that's the case for the monsters, too. But I must question it, J6. I must. Song's title holds a deeper meaning in the context of the game. Okay. Still haven't gotten to starting it yet, but I'm on a month break one way or another, so maybe I will. Maybe I will. But if you're looking for special yummy eggs, that's a different story. Just be warned, that's the really good eggs. That really good egg here is especially golden. See, there's a golden egg up past the countless wheels of cheese, and it's super duper tough too. It's pretty much the ruler of this whole area. Oppression! Huh? Yeah, that's right, pal. It's definitely oppression, because to signal its domination. The egg goes around soaking up all the warmth and magical energy from its surroundings. That's why it's so damn cold here. An egg that absorbs heat and magical energy, huh? That sounds formidable. I can't wait to face it in battle. But first, it seems we must make our way through these countless throngs of cheese enemies. Here they come, Master. Percival's right, there are a ton of magical energy around us. Looks like they're pulling out all the stops. Let's do this. Hell yeah. We'll need to clear a path to the egg. Let's go. I'll cook as fast as I can. Here, Trask. I mean, I'm questioning how you made the letter, not the meaning behind the letter. That's what I want to know. I want to know how you made the letter, not the meaning behind the letter. Or behind the reason for why the song really synchronizes. You said don't question it, but I want to know how you made that symbol appear as a text. You made the weird symbol appear. The circle with the line through it. You just did it like a couple posts ago. You said it's from part 1.5. Did you do some magic with your keyboard to make it show up? Did you Google the translation and copy and paste? I must know. I must know before I lose my sanity. Well, actually, I can't really lose my... I must. It is in my nature to question. And I think we lost the audio sync again! The audio just doesn't want to sync for me. I don't know why. Does the audio hate me?
Hi.
I think the audio hates me. So sad. Bye, Martha. About to start Legends got Shiny Scyther from your second outbreak. Nice. Are you looking forward to later this week then, J6, out of curiosity? with Part 2 being dropped. Because I'm not going to be playing it right away. First, I haven't even had the time to get my team trained up. But secondly, you're not doing it right away either? Okay, well that's reassuring for myself. But, yeah, I don't have my team that I'm going to be going into trained up. And between this event, which is going to have the lotto farming unlocked here, presumably within the next couple of days, as well as the RuneScape League going on, I'm kind of, you know, my time is kind of booked. Plus, I still need to finish the Kitokami Pokédex. But I have to ask, have you seen the trailer, the latest trailer for the next part of the DLC? Oh, I'm not even worried about the fact that there's gonna be double battles in it. You're keeping yourself blind. Fair. Completely fair. Just based off the trailer, it's looking like it is going to be really good, though. Obviously no details, but it's looking really good based off the trailer. Yes. Legends are coming back. Pretty much. Okay, there is, since you're not gonna watch the trailer, there is something about it I will tell you that happened in the trailer that has people in a speculation mood, if you are fine with it. It's not really a spoiler, since you know that old legends are coming back. Do you want to hear what most people are speculating about from the trailer? I'm not sure, but I hope they aren't either. Because it would be nice to get a lot of shiny legendaries. Okay, so basically in the trailer, it showcased all of the legendaries that are going to be available to be obtained in this DLC. And people made a very specific note that the last legendaries that were shown were the Unovan legendaries of Kyurem, Reshiram, and Zekrom. And given that Blueberry Academy is based in Unova, a lot of people are speculating we're getting the either Legends Unova or Black and White remakes this year. A lot of people are speculating on both of those things and are taking how the trailer laid stuff out as confirmation. Hey, I don't know why they're speculating remakes. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Yeah, the continuation... I never played Black and White 2 myself, but I do watch YouTube, and I have watched Chugga Conroy's playthrough of Black and White 2, and I gotta admit, the remake looks like it was very fun. It had a very interesting game mode with the Pokestar Studio. So, you know... I mean, either way, it'll be fun. You just don't want the exact same plot. That's fair. I mean, outside of Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, they did switch up the plots for, didn't know why I did that. But Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire did have their plots switched up, or at least had more added on to the end of it. So if they were to do something similar with a Black and White 2 remake, that would be nice. And it would probably be Black and White 2 that gets the remake as well, I imagine. Yes. Like I said, I watched Chugga Conroy, and he did a deep dive into a lot of the Pokestar Studio stuff. And it's just wild how long all the Pokestar Studio stuff takes. Like, that's a whole other game, essentially, they programmed into there. It's crazy. Yeah, and if you do somehow spawn in the shiny versions, you can't catch them because the game will crash because there's no sprite backs for them or something. That should do it. It was a good fight to be sure, but I'd say we still chewed through them pretty easily, possibly because they were made of cheese. They were pretty tough for cheese, though. My hands are still a little numb. Great job, everyone. How about some soup for a little pick-me-up? Yum, this is great. Can't believe how much and how quickly you've upped your kitchen game, Woof. You're something else, Apron Saint. You think so? I guess I've gotten a little more comfortable cooking like this. And I think Tarask and I are working even better together, too. Thanks, Tarask. You said it. There you go. What a good boy you are. You know, it's just kind of occurred to me. Santa Martha is the most modestly dressed of all the female Santas. It'd be nice if she stayed in the Spirit Orchard for it. Never mind. Did you say something? Alright, we've covered a fair bit of ground. How close are we to the egg now, you two? The spirit of rebellion burns in everyone's hearts, and the oppressor works tirelessly to drive it out. Our rebels' battle is arduous and their path long, but do not lose heart, my comrades. Does that mean we're close, or... First one. We're all done with the cheese now. I gotta say, I'm golden impressed you got through them this fast. Here's where the real battle begins. Be ready to fight like your lives depend on it, because this ain't no ordinary egg. It's a golden egg, and a real hardcore, hard shell one at that. Be ready for anything out there. Spartacus here will back me up on that. Do not lose heart, comrades. Time to get that egg. We're totally going to be facing the Columbus egg again, aren't we? I'll egg you on. There it is. I knew something big was setting off my tail dar. Here it comes. Alright, let's show this egg what rebels are really made of. This is totally... This is the best chance to use the Columbus egg model again. Do not disappoint me, game. Use it. I dare you. Dare you. I was right. Really? You drain my NP by 10%? How utterly rude. Bye, Martha. Okay. Yeah, Martha wasn't gonna last long anyways, it seems. Of course we get crit. Bye, Boudica. Okay. Get that. Into that. Into this. Into that. That. And then just Kentucky Smack. Magical energy heat absorb. Of course you frickin' drain my NP, goddammit. Good thing I had this. Emiya. Time to delete. I am the bone of my soul. I'll live once. Scramble the flag. Oh yeah. And we even got some egg rewards. Nice. So you defeat me, humans. Well done indeed. My final request is you take my ingredients, my pride and joy, and use them to make the greatest dish you can. All I did was stand here cooking beside you all, but I can still tell that was an incredible battle. You were doing plenty of damage yourself while you cooked, you know. I promise. I'll make sure I use all of these wonderful ingredients to make the absolute best dishes I possibly can. Thank you so much. Did it just smile? I guess that means it really did want to be eaten. That's quite a smile, though. Goes to show you can't judge an egg by its, shell. May not be knightly chivalry, but there is something proud and noble in this egg all the same. I feel like I learn a great deal from it. Really? Yes, really. Then, farewell, everyone. Make sure eggs Benedict you make with me turn out great. If I had a nickel for every giant egg I fought this year. Whoa, the giant egg just transformed into hundreds normal-sized eggs. Oh my, the press are becoming sustenance for the masses. Wonderful. Don't get ideas, Sparkus. This may be the first time the oppressed will actually get to eat the rich. What a beautiful sight. Now all that ends well, woof. Whoa, slow down. This was just the third area, remember? We still haven't even decided on a main course yet. So it's fantastic. We have so many eggs to work with now. We could cook one for every staff and servant and still have plenty to spare. Let's see what kind of eggs we've got here. Well, how are they? The whites and yolks are both perfect, and they're all as fresh as if they'd just been laid. Hooray! Looks like our work here is done then. Good luck in the next area, boss. Hey, Santa Martha, I just want to say, I'm really looking forward to this Christmas party. May your next rebellion be just as fruitful as this one. Thanks, you two. I promise the party will be worth the wait. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Dong. Section 5 is next, but first we unlocked yet another free quest. This one is the 4-star currency node, apparently. Or the 3-star currency node. So, beep, boop, bop. Anybody with a max limit broken, maybe? Anybody? Really? Nobody? There we go. They're not a friend, but it's fine. This is fine. We're just doing this once. It's fine. It's fine. I'm tempted to try and log on to see if my grade has been posted yet. Temptation is so hard, but I know that if I see it and I see I did not pass, I'm gonna be so depressed I will just end the stream. So I'm holding off. I'm holding off.
Chance だろ? あるある。剣は飛ぶものだ。どうだ? おっと。
And then do it.
では了解した。お任せを。輝け。どうだ?
Focus that big guy down. Martha, you're almost done, so let's do a little bit of this here.
了解した。どうだ。
That was close. I want to save Emiya's NP for the next wave.
チャンスだろ。
I would kind of like Percival to I'd like Percival to survive too, please.
あるある。剣は飛ぶものだ。
And there goes Percy. Doesn't really matter the attack order here.
チャンスだろ。
And do. Come on, Emiya,
チャ
do
ンスだ。
it.
了解した。
Do it.
剣は飛ぶものだ。どうだ。せい。フルセット。もらった。
Alright, Emiya. Finish this. A better way to get food hunting. Wow. Not the best setup, but...
任せておきたまえ、マスター。I am the born viceroy. Unlimited blade walks.
もう飛べないか。
あっさり終わったな。たまには大物を狙いたいものだ。
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at all those 3-star currencies there. Very nice. And we will go ahead, and since we have enough,
お前かマスター。
we'll claim another like a lady. Still don't have enough to roll the freaking lotto even once. That annoys. Section 5, let's make a yummy stew. Begin. Ooh, that does look yummy. They're done. Damn, those look excellent. The yolks came out the perfect consistency. Not too thick, not too runny. They taste great when we sample them too. Now we just have to make sure they stay fresh until the party. Not a problem. I cast a heat retention spell on them as soon as they were done. So what kind of dish should be next then? Good question. I guess it's still too soon to start on the main course. Yes, I think we could still use one more dish before we get to it, Chirp. What about a soup? I'm totally on board with that. True, it is the middle of winter right now. A hot soup to warm the guests should hit the spot. You're so considerate, madam. A soup, huh? That sounds nice. What about a nice stew with lots of yummy ingredients? Stew like ragu, maybe? Stew would be great. There's nothing like a warm belly to get you through a harsh winter. Oh, did Martha just steal a glance at Master? She's trying to figure out what he likes. She's so cute when she's being transparent like that. I see, I can certainly understand that. Watching them together, they really do seem like a big sister and her little brother. Stew sounds great. Got it, stew it is then. I'm sure it'll turn out well. Soups are one of my specialties. Just you wait, Master. I promise I'll make it into one of the best stews you've ever had. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. What a good response. Oh, you're just so precious. Go on, get over here. There's a good boy. just keep how strong her headbats are to myself. Something wrong, Master. It's fine, it's nothing. Okay, if you're sure. Alright, now that we've decided on stew for our next dish, we've already got plenty of vegetables left over from the salad, so we can use the ones that weren't a good fit for that. We also have plenty of root vegetables like carrots and potatoes, which should be perfect for the stew. Potatoes. How strangely wonderful. I know all about them even though I've never seen one before. They're that one veggie that goes great with butter, right? Okay, I think I should say something. Martha, are you maybe a little tired? Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard? I just figured that it must be extra hard for you right now, since it seems like your spirit organ's cognition is a little off. Good point. If this keeps up much longer, you could wind up pretty thoroughly exhausted. Mentally, anyway. Thank you both for worrying about me, but I'm fine. I definitely don't want to stop cooking until I've reached the main course. Once I get there, I know I won't want to stop until I've gone the distance. So it's okay. There's nothing to worry about. I just want to keep going. Well, it does look like you still got plenty of energy. Okay then, let's go get the stew ingredients. We've got veggies covered, so now we need the meat. The point of stew is it's full of all kinds of goodies after all. Oh yes, we'll definitely need meat. Maybe beef? Oh, I think bacon would work well too. Fortunately, we've already got plenty of meat ready to go. We use it all the time anyway, so we make sure to keep a good stock on hand. Might still need to get more from the basement storehouse if we decide to make a meat-focused dish, but for now I think we're okay. Got it. In that case, if you all don't mind, I think I'd like to start by getting milk. That sounds great. No objections here. Woof. As you wish. Okay, then I'm going to make something everyone loves. Cream stew. Cream stew, you say? Rinds! No, today it's just me, Rhines El Malloy Archisorte, Lord Candidate for the Clock Tower, and your mentor. Anyway, I know Chaldean Christmases tend to be more than a little chaotic, but I heartily approve of your choice of cream stew. Lightly broiled veal, white wine, bechamel sauce that seems to melt in your mouth. In French cuisine, they call it blanquette. You can sometimes hear it called that in modern British English, too. But whatever you call it, the most notable thing about it is how much effort it takes to prepare. It's surprisingly difficult to come by quality cream stew. I see. So it's a good thing I have a recipe I can share with you. I hope you'll make it. I hope you'll make it. I'll be attending this party myself, so I'm looking forward to seeing how you do with it. And while I'm at it, I'll give you a bit of support as well. Wow. Well, my, I'm positively brimming with energy now. Thank you so much. Well, see me, or Rhines, or whichever it is. I don't know you're such a foodie. Thanks for the help. And the cat's gonna burn off that energy. Settle down, cat. I know the power has you excited, but it's still too soon for that. She seems to have when she's running around like that. Anyway, this is a blessing of yours. Has been quite the tremendous gift, milady. That was the greatest encouragement a knight could ask for. Come on, everyone. Let's go get that milk. Milk! Cream stew. That's right, it's a type of stew that was invented in Japan in the early 20th century. As you can probably guess from the name, it's a stew made with milk and other dairy products. Stew originally comes from France, and like Grimes said, they also have a similar dairy-based dish they are called blanquette. Be that as it may, Japanese cream stew has become a fairly common dish in its own right. So it makes sense if Master developed a taste for it at some point. I see. So it's something of a nostalgic dish for you, Master. Did you know that when you chose to make it, Martha? That's very considerate of you. Oh, and I went out of my way not to comment on that. Oh, Boudica. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Besides, it doesn't look like she's all that bothered. That's right, I wanted to make something that would taste like good old-fashioned home cooking, if you've never grown up in a home that served it. I just hope I wasn't overstepping my bounds, Master. It's a great idea, Martha, it's fine. Oh, good, I'm glad to hear that. My understanding is that, at least in Japan, cream stew is said to go well with white rice. Ugh. Yeah, I think I've heard that too. Yep, cream stew goes great with both bread and rice. That's why it's regarded as one of the cornerstones of cuisine. You know, you're right. I think Kentucky would love it too. Raiko, what are you doing in the command room? Lady Benniam asked me to deliver some boxed lunches to the staff here. She said that everyone had their hands full trying to figure out why the ingredients are attacking if it's related to Lady Scotty's runes. and she thought she could use something quick and easy to eat since they don't have time for a proper sit-down meal now. Whoa. I guess that's why Madam Benny and my used to run in a legendary hotel. How wonderfully considerate of her. Please don't worry about Chaldea while you're away, Master. We'll keep it safe for you. All you need to worry about is finding as much milk as you need for this cream stew you're making. Thanks, Raiko. Thank you, Miss Ravenhair Beauty. Right, I remember now. Your name is Raiko. Oh, there they are, right on schedule. Guess that means it's time to start carving ice again. Oh, this is such a pain. I'm just gonna claw them all up into giant ice cubes of shaved ice. Which is it? Which one does she mean? Cubes are shaved. You even have cubes of shaved ice? Yeah! You know, this is Cat, so I would not be surprised if you can have cubes of shaved ice. Again, we'll go with Cat. Santa Martha needs to be in the starting party. Okay, do a little dish, and doop. Did we cheese another fight? Cheese. Funny, punny.
チャンスだろ
僕行くのね
剣は飛ぶものだ
Just pop my wrist real nice. No, I did not cheese any fights. It was all a very excellent encounter. There was no cheesing, it was just an excellent encounter. And now I'm not gonna milk the situation any longer as we go and search for such substance. You can't handle puns. Fair, I will... No more puns from me, then no more puns. I promise. Excuse me. But this whole stew talk has had me... I looked up a beef stew recipe because I've always wanted to try stew, but I've never really taken the effort. No, that's not the right phrasing. I've never gone out of my way to look up how to make stew. So I'm looking up stew now. Does stew have to have wine in it? There's no way stew has to have wine in it, right? Have you had stew before? Yeah. Have you had stew before, J6? Does it have to have wine in it? Pepper. Brown patches. Wine is better for the flavor. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. Everybody in my house is an adult, so we are all legally able to consume wine. Add onions? Ugh. I don't care for onions. Okay, it's diluted so you can't get drunk. That's good to know. Cook until veggies, add tomato paste, put the beef back in, sprinkle with flour. Because you're cooking it. That's a fair point. Oh, this recipe calls for the broth still, too. YouTube running the whole time and you haven't paid it any attention. Nicely done. Nicely done. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. You can always just go back and check it out. And there's the runes guidance. Now go and... Oh, so that must lead to the 4th ingredient area. Yes, I was just going to say that. See you later, everyone, and do be careful out there. Bye for now. She just did it again. Yes, do take care of yourselves. Oh no, Scotty's being usurped. So... Here's a different beef stew recipe. While we get this next nose started. And we're gonna go with Cat again. Flour, pepper, ground pepper, meat, vegetable oil, vinegar, red wine. It again is calling for onions. I wonder if you really do need onions for a stew. It's really fancy in here, isn't it? Just because that's the dish that we're making next is cream stew, and I've always been interested in stew, so I decided, you know, I'm going to take this time while we're talking about stew to look up a recipe for stew to possibly try it. It's a playlist of every Honkai animation and respective trailers, but something's happening right now and you can't be bothered to look. You've made rabbit stew before. Is onions a required part of stew? You winked it. This must be what the inside of a castle looks like. Oh, wow, look, such high ceilings. In fact, they might even be a little too high. How do you get up there to clean them? Hey, Milk! Where are you, Milk? Since we're looking for milk now, maybe we need to fight cows for it. It's hard to say. Beastmen enemies tend to be male. And given what we've seen in the other areas, the enemies here all seem to be based on Chaldea's records. So, given that we haven't seen many female Beastmen enemies in the past, you probably shouldn't expect to see any now, huh? Right. Yeah, you can't milk a male. Then it might be faster to look for enemies we've already faced that might also fit the bill. You did add onions. I've tried onions before, and it's a texture thing, but it's also... Okay, so I can't eat onions, but having a little bit of onion juice to tenderize a steak does work. I got rid of the onions before. It was like letting the onion sit on the top of a steak to tenderize the meat or whatever while it was in a fridge. But it's just the texture of onions that really gets to me, I guess. Texture and the taste. I don't care for the flavor of onion either. Although, given how many other ingredients are so rich in this recipe, it very well might not be able to be tasted. Well, that's easy. The only possible option in that case is geyser milk. Wolf. Geyser milk? Those things produce milk? Geysers make great ingredients. There's just something addicting about their chewy texture. How did I eat the onions? So the onions I had before were in a Philly cheesesteak. And the cheesesteak had a weird crunch to it when I bit into it, and it would gross me out. I spit out the bite I took, and I opened up the sandwich and peeled off all of the onions I could find. I literally dissected the Philly cheesesteak to get rid of the onions. But geysers give ingredients. Interesting. The onions are either raw or half-cooked. Oh, come on. So maybe a Shantank milk then? You really can't handle gross stuff, can you, Boudica? I thought Shantanks like eggs. Are you telling me they're actually mammals? What was that? It sounded like a grumpy pharaoh smacking their staff against the floor. Watch yourselves. Santa Nubia and the Master. Neato burrito! Such insolence. How dare you go on about ingredients of milk in the winter palace of the pharaohs? I'm a patient pharaoh, but there's only so much insolence I can tolerate. Nitocris! A certain pharaoh had the brilliant idea of making a throne somewhere other than the simulator for a change. And now you intruders come in here without even taking off your dirty shoes at the front door. Hey, Zahak, welcome to the stream. Hubby things. But, so what do you mean by more mellow when they are cooked, J6? You didn't even send me a letter ahead of time stating your intent to visit and the purpose for doing so. I guess she's not our guide for this area then. Forget the guide. She's claiming ownership of the whole damn place. Is this what Pharaoh privilege looks like? So does this mean we're trespassers? Once again, this is the winter palace of the pharaohs. Now be gone with you. If you refuse to leave, you shall experience the full force of a pharaoh in all its glory, and I will have no choice but to send you on your way back to the surface. Come to me. Sphinx. You see why I say the Cursed Child is a shitty fanfic. Oh, why are you saying that, Zahak? This magical energy is incredible. That's a powerful magical energy signal, alright. There must be several genuine sphinxes. Divine beasts. Oh. Does this mean we're supposed to get the milk from the sphinxes? Given everything we've seen in the other areas, it's definitely possible this area's boss is connected to Nitocris. If so, it would make sense for the boss to be a female sphinx. We've faced them before too, however, I never thought we'd have to face divine beasts of all things here. Well, now that we've come this far, we'll just have to defeat them, isn't that right? Yeah, you're right. They're coming right at us. Look out. Master. Battle positions, everyone. Hurrah! You're going to take some of the elements from it that makes sense for yours and have it not be canon. Not have it be canon. That's fair. This is a male sphinx. Yeah, Cursed Child was terrible. So many things wrong with that book. Plus, as was proven in Avengers Endgame, that's not how time travel works. Time travel works very differently compared to how they try to portray it in there. Then again, time travel is just a complicated subject in the whole grand scheme of things, so that's not too surprising. Very few people actually understand time travel. But thankfully, I watched Danny Phantom as a child, and I know about time travel because of the Dark Danny timeline. So I know the time travel. Because Danny Phantom was a show that was very ahead of its time. The thing is, though, Zahak, I'm sure that for just as many fics of Fate doing that, there is as many fics of the Harry Potter characters wiping the floor with Fate-based stuff. After all, I'm pretty sure next to Naruto, Harry Potter is one of the most common characters to just turn into an overpowered OC, essentially. For fanfic purposes. And doop doop doop. You hated Marvel the moment it got released. It was spoilers left, right, everywhere you went. You don't like Marvel. I mean, that's not too surprising and nothing wrong with it, to be honest. Especially recent Marvel is not that great. Is the best thing that I can say with regards to that. And yes, Danny Phantom was a very, very good show. Well, I think the best way to describe... Oh, the spoilers regarding Endgame, gotcha. But J6, the best way to describe Danny Phantom is literally in the theme song. The theme song is like the whole origin story of Danny Phantom, funnily enough. He was just 14 when his parents built a very strange machine. It was designed to view a world unseen. It didn't quite work, so his folks, they just quit, sent Danny to go inside of it. There was a great big flash, everything just changed, his molecules got rearranged. When he woke up, he realized he had snow white hair and glowing green eyes. He could walk through walls, disappear, and fly. He was much more unique than the other guys. It's then that he knew what he had to do. He had to fight all the ghosts that were coming through. He's here to fight for me and you. And that's essentially the gist. Teen kid gets mutated by a science experiment with to get ghost powers and has to fight ghosts. But yeah, it was a very fun show. Very sad that it got discontinued. It had a good enough ending, and apparently, Zahak, there is a not official, like, comic or something that came out recently for Danny Phantom that most of the fan base considers to be a good canonical sequel the whole thing. I don't remember what it's called, though.
了解した
And that is true, J6. Most things get discontinued before they have a satisfying conclusion. Which is sad, but... Yeah, it was Nickelodeon. It was indeed Nickelodeon.
下ごしらえは大切だからね
Doop, doop, doop.
いいともある
You never watched
チャンスだ
Cartoon?
ぞ
That's fair. That is completely fair. That'd be why.
I am the born vice
Yeah, I know about 10 years later.
I'll
I have heard about 10 years later. Not watched it yet, though. Or read it, because I know it's going to be animated or something. Also, I love how in this... I haven't been talking about this fight just because it's kind of just automatically being done. I just love how all of these enemies are being specifically called out as Sphinx male. Like,
了解した
we're specifically searching for a female Sphinx, and these are all males. The cartoon, right? Please tell me you watched the animated cartoon and not the movie that has not been made, because there is no movie about that show. No, there is no movie about that show. There is no movie about Avatar: The Last Airbender. But yeah, Avatar was a very
そう大したロスにはならなかった
show.
予定に変更
I grew up with that. I quite enjoyed it. Legend of Korra. Cabbage Man is the greatest character. Cabbage Man is a great character, yes. Cabbage Man is indeed great. But Legend of Korra, the first season was really good. And then the second season... Yeah, second season was kind of bad. First season was great just because of the freaking Amon factor. Like, before the reveal at the end of the truth about Amon, it was just like, holy crap, they are going dark. And they still went dark with the ending. Amon, the main villain from the first season of Legend of Korra. The guy who could take away other people's bending. And they went dark with his backstory. And they went dark with his finisher. He literally killed himself and his brother in an explosion. Like, seriously, that is heavy. I think that was the heaviest Nickelodeon had gotten with stuff like that. That's all of them, right? Oh, good. Whew. That was exhausting. And yeah, Season 3 was good as well, Zahak. I can agree with that. And they went pretty metal with Season 3 as well, considering they literally had somebody implied to blow up their own head. And then tried mercury poisoning to kill somebody. Just like... Yeah, and sucking the air out of somebody's lungs. Like, good lord, how dark did they want to go? It's like it made up for the terrible Season 2. I didn't realize how difficult it would be to go up against a series of divine beasts. I'm very impressed you stuck with us through the whole battle, Master. It's a testament to how hard he regularly trains. Our Master is a much harder worker than you might expect. You did it. You really beat all those Sphinxes. Although... I really hate to say this, but... I think, weren't they all male? So you realized, huh? Man, all that for nothing. So they really were all male? That must mean we can't get any milk from them. Now what are we gonna do? I'm not going to ask why you want milk. We have fought now, so we can only be enemies. So I'll ask you but a single question. Do you surrender? If you do, I will not attack you again. Huh? Ahem. I will ask you one last time. Do you surrender? No. Right, Martha. Right. I'm not giving up until I make a meal that everyone has a say in how yummy it is. So many people have worked hard to help me get this far. Emiya, Boudica, Tomo, Cat, Sir Percival, Mash, Raiko. I could never look at any of them in the eye again if I gave up now. Not to mention my cute little master here is with me too. So as his big sister Santa, I have to show him what it means to stay strong in the face of adversity. Big sister Santa. Oh man. Don't let Jean hear that. Don't let Jean hear that. Indeed she did. It just goes to show how that big sisters truly do possess limitless power. Lady Martha, you have proven yourself worthy of joining Chaldea's Big Sister Championship. So for the time being, I will be rooting for you to succeed. One big sister to another. What the shit? Why are you floating up in the damn sky again? Why the hell am I here with you? Why, indeed. Oh, they just had to throw that in. That was great. I wonder what that was all about. Oh well, whatever it was, I definitely feel more inspired now. Come on, Trask. You got a pig, sis. I'm a little confused as to what's going on here, but it seems like you're even more fired up now than you were before. Yes, I am. I see. Then I'm afraid you leave me no choice. Be warned, I will be having you executed now. To me. Magical energy signal is huge. It's gotta be a new enemy. By the way, Zahak, when you said that they could milk something else instead, I was about to make a comment about, yeah, we could milk Nitocris, but apparently there's another enemy here, so we'll see. And yeah, I know that, I mean, J6, where do you think most eggs come from? Chickens. You know? Feels like a wild beast beyond human understanding. Or maybe a pack of enemies that are even stronger than the last one. Regardless, I can't fall back now. It's a knight's sworn duty to protect the innocent from harm. Now, how about you? Hold your ground, everyone. You got it. Up there, woof. It's attacking us from directly above. Everyone, get down. Well, that's who I was going to make a comment about referring to. Because, you know, could definitely do that. Also, let me just say, I like how we are getting... It's a little bit, you know, crack-like, but we are getting Percival character development, which we don't actually have... Excuse me. We don't actually have... We didn't actually encounter proper Percival in the Lost Belt. So it's nice to get an idea of what his actual personality is like. You know? Are you kidding me? Seriously? Thank goodness for that.
Chance だろ?
Bye, Martha. I'm not a root, sir. Yeah, I do recall seeing that about how Melusine was excited to see Percival, but then sad that it was not her Percival. Which is kind of depressing. It is kind of depressing that, yeah, she gets to be reunited with Percival, but it's not her Percival. It's not her brother. It is sad. Yeah, do that. And do that. We got a Brave Chain with Cat, so we may as well make use. Boop, boop, boop. Break through this bar, yep, and then we can NP next turn with Emiya to deal significant damage to the next. Nope. You son of a... Really? How long? It bypassed the... I had debuff immunity! I had debuff immunity! That's not fair, Kim. It's not fair. And who spoke about depression, and what is the Nagazora J6? You can't just say that and not expect questions. I'm very annoyed right now. Very, very, very annoyed. Is it something from Honkai? That's all you need to say. Is it something with regards to Honkai? Bye, Emiya. I will! You will tell me how you got that symbol. Please. I'm asking you nicely. Please. There, I asked nicely. That was a thump. I can't say I expected this to happen. But you have proven your strength, and the Sphinx says she is willing to share her milk with you. Go on then, take the Divine Beast's milk. You've earned it. So these Sphinxes aren't ingredient enemies then. Ingredient enemies? Oh, now that you mention it, there was a strange spell cast on this place earlier. I dispelled it right away, of course. So no, all you'll find here are genuine Sphinxes, glorious servants of the Pharaohs. Really? Now, what will you do? Will you take her milk? Absolutely, this is great. Well, what are we waiting for? I'm gonna get started right now. There, easy girl, nothing to be scared of. Looks like the Sphinx is... Yep, she's lying down to make it easier for us to milk her. Well, I'll be damned. You'd never think we just got done fighting her. Couldn't you say much the same for us? One moment we're battling a divine beast to death, and the next we're worried about stocking up on ingredients. Good point. Does milk seem like it'll be a good fit for the stew? Wow, this is amazing. It's incredibly thick, has a wonderful aroma, and it's not too rich at all. As a resident cat, I declare, this milk is perfect. I have to agree, it's so smooth and tasty you could drink it straight all day. It should make for an excellent cream stew. Hooray! That said, there's still a risk of getting food poisoning from unpasteurized milk. While we servants don't have to worry about things like that. You should be careful when drinking it yourself, Master. Sir, yes, sir. Safety first. Great work, everyone. I think we're all done here, so let's head back to Chaldea. Yep, that's what I've understood, basically, from this chapter. Are you sure about this, fair Ozymandias? I would have thought you would have wanted to smite them at least a little. It's alright. Besides, did you hear what they wanted the milk for, Nitocris? I think they said something about cream stew. Exactly. Imagine a cream stew made with divine beast milk, of all things. What better example could there be of Chaldea's free-spirited insolence? Indeed, it would not feel like a proper end-of-the-year celebration without it. I have no interest in such matters, so I do not see any point involving myself to merely hand out a bit of divine punishment. Isn't that right, Golden King? Gil is here too! Okay. I see polishing the arts of affection and validity can yield endlessly dazzling results. Shame you missed the boat to let them shine, Sun King. A fair point. At any rate, it seems they are finally about to begin work on the main course. Let us see if you can obtain the ingredients you desire, Chaldea. I forgot Gil and Ozzy are friends. That's a fun friendship. They probably have a lot of laugh-offs. Please, J6, tell me what that symbol, how you got that symbol, please. Alright, so we got the silver currency node. I don't know. You are asking the wrong person. Louis the 14th. Let me look it up here while I'm waiting for the... So, looking up Sun King got me a brewing company. But yes, Louis the 14th. A little bit later, he did show up there. So yes, Louis the 14th was known as the Sun King. How did you know that? Like, where did that... How did you know that, J6? Or Psy? Also known as Louis the Great, or the Sun King, was King of France from 1643 until his death in 1715. 72-year rule. Damn. Louis ruled for a long time. He was emblematic of the age of absolutism in Europe. The king surrounded himself with a variety of political, military, and cultural figures, including none of them I recognize. Let's see, what more can I glean from this? He's one of the most powerful French monarchs, consolidated the absolute monarchy. So Louis XIV established the monarchy that lasted until the French Revolution. Became a leading power of military strength under his reign. He fought 3 major continental conflicts against powerful allies. Original intention was to gather all the nobles to control them. And then he succeeded. Yes, he did. It definitely seems like he succeeded. So the French-Dutch War, the 9-Year War, and the War of Succession. He founded the French Academy of Sciences, it looks like. The Canal du Midi. I'm just on his Wikipedia page, and there's a painting of him as a young child. That's kind of funny. The young child painting of King Louis is kind of funny to look at. And then there's a painting of him before he became king. Him being portrayed as the god Jupiter. He definitely had a very long life, it looks like. Yeah, I know the audio is desyncing game. You don't have to keep reminding me. Do a little bit of that. That. What do you mean? I don't know. I'm just reading. Accessories that brought it all just short, so probably. He was not very good in health. He had he might have had diabetes, periostitis, dental abscesses, recurring boils, fainting spells, gout, dizziness, hot flashes, headaches. Okay, that was something I... Apparently he had a anal fistula that was removed with a specially curved scalpel. Okay. He died of gangrene, though. That's a... Gangrene is not a good way to go. Gangrene would be one of the more painful ailments to pass from. He outlived pretty much all of his family. That's kind of amazing, honestly. I think this is going to be the last note I have access to. So let's just use a silver. Yep, start battle before the Form the party more. I think it is. We are almost through the whole thing. There it is. The cream stew is done. Smells delicious. Oh, just from the smell, I can tell it'll go great with rice, bread, or perfection. I see it turned out quite well, Chirp. You had a good recipe to start with, and you clearly did a good job following it. This stew is sweet and rich, so both children and adults should be able to enjoy it. I award this dish 70 Jigoku kitchen points. Chirp. She never gets outgrades that high. Really, I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Damn, Madame Betty's notoriously tough on newcomers, and she still gave you 70 points? Talk about a rising star. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but thank you. I have to thank Rhines next time I see her, too. No need for magecraft this time. We just keep the stew in several big pots in the kitchen. And reheat it on the stove when the party's about to begin. Then does this mean it's finally time? Yes, let's get started on the main course. I decided I'm going to make a meat dish. We could also make a fish like they do in Germany, but for Christmas I think it has to be roast chicken or roast turkey. Turkey? A kind of fowl. It's much bigger than a chicken. There are all sorts of traditional Christmas dishes around the world, but in Master's country, I'd say the top two choices are roast turkey and ham, with chicken as a close third. I see. Which one do you think would be better for Chaldea? Good question. For Chaldea, I feel like poultry would be a big hit, so how about we focus on those two options? Besides, we've got so many guests that we'll need a lot more than 1 or 2 turkeys anyway, so why not do turkey and chicken together? That's not a bad idea. I'm a firm believer that more is better, so I like that idea too. Which do you prefer, Master? Turkey or chicken? See, I've never actually had a turkey leg on its own. I've had chicken legs, so I'm gonna go chicken. Understandable, chicken's a much more common choice than turkey. Okay, got it. Then I'll focus on gathering chickens. That settles it then. We'll work together on gathering turkeys. That'd be great. Great, now we all know what we're making. Let's go get the best damn turkeys and chickens we can. Woof. Take care out there. Chirp. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. I only care for dark meat even when it comes to chicken, because I do like the more moisture that it offers. Roast chicken and roast turkey, huh? We'll obviously need ovens for both of those. It's a good thing Trask already has one. I think I'll be able to cook some practice birds on the way. Yeah, Trask really is something, isn't he? You said it. It's all thanks to him that we can enjoy hot meals even on long expeditions. It's very impressive. Did you hear that, Trask? All these people have such nice things to say about you. After shining this past summer, your brilliance continues on into winter. Well, you mean with Achilles' summer spirit origin? Yeah, what happened there, Trask? How did you end up riding Achilles' shoulder? It's kind of a long story, so I'll just leave it to your imagination. Just get KFC? Nah, I mean, that's the thing though. My family, my whole mom's side of the family, so like 30, 40 plus people, we all meet up for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So there's always turkey being made. So there is no just get KFC. I don't know what he's saying, but that uneasy laugh worries me. But Big Sis always comes first, so I'd do anything for her. Trask, could you stop calling me Big Sis? It just feels wrong. But you are Big Sis, Big Sis. No, I'm just Big Sister. Big Sis. Big Sister. Big Sister. Oh, well. Well, I guess that'll just have to do. Don't even like KFC. KFC and can't. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't care for KFC either. I don't like breaded chicken. Like, you can season the breaded chicken all you want, but then after that first bite, the seasoning is gone, and you're just left with the chicken underneath. It's much better to just have the chicken leg, and you season the meat directly. No skin, no breading, just season the meat directly. Let it soak in. It's cheering how well some people get along, Subwoofer. Anywho, the usual baddies ought to be showing up any time now. There, listen, you can almost hear them now. I don't think I've ever had fried chicken without breading. There they are. Put them at table 2. You hear that, Emiya? Table 2, please. What are you two on about? Awaiting your orders, master. Got it. Table 2 for these fellows, Emiya. Alright, time to turn up the heat, literally and figuratively. Dun 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 dun. So let me look through this recipe now. Combine the flour and pepper, add the beef, toss it well. Heat 3 teaspoons of oil in a large pot. Add the beef a few pieces at a time, not overcrowding. Cook, turn the piece of beef until it's browned on all sides, about 5 minutes per batch. Add more oil as needed in between. Remove the beef, add the vinegar and wine. Cook over medium-high, scraping the pan. Loosen any brown bits. Add the beef broth, and bay leaves. Yes, my question. You're going to tell me. Thank you, J6. Thank you. I knew asking you kindly would work. I just knew it would work. There goes Martha, there goes she. Wow. That's very deep of you. That's deep. So deep. How'd you become a philosopher, J6? Because that's deep. Also, have you ever had bay leaves? Because this beef stew recipe I'm looking at calls for bay leaves, and I don't know what they are. I mean, I know Bay Leaf, the Pokemon, but I've never heard of bay leaves. Wow, I didn't get NP. Why are we talking about somebody dying? I asked if you ever had bay leaves. What does death have to do with bay leaves? Yeah, bay leaves. The stew recipe I found calls for adding 2 bay leaves to the recipe. But I have no idea what bay leaves are. What are they? Like, legitimate question, what are they? Because so far this stew recipe seems incredibly easy. There it is. What did Scotty call that again? The Runes Guidance. Nash is taking a break right now, so it falls to me alone to tell you what leads the way to the 5th ingredient area. Once again, I did not intend to refer to the actual enemies there, but given what has happened in the other areas, I expect you'll probably find more enemies, so we'll give you a fair amount to chew on. A fair amount to chew on? Is that a Scandinavian joke, Your Majesty? Either way, I must say you have a most excellent sense of humor. No, I only meant you should expect to be challenged in battle. Oh, never mind. Just be off with you already. And be careful out there. Aww. Oh, poor Scotty. It's a leaf. People tend to use it to add fragrance to the food. It's not meant for eating, so you remove it before serving. See, this recipe doesn't... So, okay, the recipe is in step 2, you remove the beef from the pot, adding vinegar and wine, cooking over a medium-high heat, scraping the pan with a wooden spoon to loosen any brown bits. Then it says to add the beef broth, and bay leaves, bringing to a boil and then reducing to a simmer. It doesn't say anything about removing the bay leaves. Lulu Hawa. And sure is, just feel that bright, warm sunlight. Damn, it's scorching out here. That sudden heat wave has me feeling summertime something fierce. Woof. Whoa, settle down, cat. Please calm down, Tom, little cat. Guess cat's not going to be much help for a while. All that aside, why are we here in Lulu Ha? Never mind. It's pretty obvious when I think about it. True, I've only ever read about the incident here, but I expect we're here for the excellent variety of fowl on offer. It's just common sense to remove them because they don't taste good. But they add fragrance to the food? What kind of fragrance do they add? The selection is indeed excellent. But don't be fooled. Here you face countless deadly blades hidden in the summer heat. You will not survive this hacking and slashing malice unless you summon pure animosity from the depths of your heart. Dantes! Prepare yourself, soul. This land is neither the depths of your mind, nor is it a land ruled by humans. It is a nest of terrifyingly feathered fiends. Do not relax your guard for even a second, or they will have your head before they can say, Faguak! Count of Monte Cristo. And I see you're dressed for the occasion. You're a guide here, Edmund. Then does that mean this area's boss is a turkey of vengeance? They smell nice. So it's not something that necessarily would need to be added to a dish. Okay. Sounds like something out of a horror novel. A turkey of vengeance? Yeah, I guess that does sound like something out of a weird horror novel based around Thanksgiving. Here they come, magical energy signals up ahead. No, they're coming from all sides. We're surrounded. There's so many of them, it might be harder than we thought, Master. We can't afford to hold back anything. I think I'm going to hit them with everything I've got. Well, yeah, but I mean, this would be my first try attempting it if I were to go through with it. And like I said, I'm already probably going to cut out the onions that the dish calls for. Just because I'm not really partial to onions. Yeah, this will be fine. It just says a medium onion. It just says a medium onion. That's it. No further details. Do not elaborate. Do not pass go. Just get a medium onion. Peeled and chopped. I don't know. I'm not up to date on the different kinds of onions, to be completely honest. But yeah, I mean, the recipe seems fairly simple. I would essentially only be cutting out... Bye, Martha. Yeah, I would essentially be cutting out... Where's the... Hang on, where does the wine come into this? Again, I'm looking through this recipe because it calls for wine in the ingredient list. But I don't... Oh, right. So you add the vinegar and wine. Right, so that deglazes or something. Okay. So yeah, you combine flour and pepper in a bowl, adding beef to toss to coat well. Do this for Dante's. Add the beef and toss to coat it well. You heat 3 teaspoons of oil in a large pot, adding the beef a few pieces at a time. Do not overcrowd it. Cook, turning the pieces until the beef is brown on all sides for about 5 minutes per batch, adding more oil as needed for between batches. Once you've done all your beef, you remove it from the pot and add the vinegar and wine, cooking it over a medium-high heat, scraping the pan with a wooden spoon to loosen any brown bits. Then you re-add the beef, you add broth, and you add the leaves, but I can take out the leaves. And you bring it to a boil, and then reduce it to a slow simmer. Then you cover and cook it for about an hour and a half. Then you add the veggies for about 10 minutes. Then you add potatoes for another 30 minutes. Then you add more. How is it dry? Well, I would have to find bay leaves first off, but how can a stew be dry? The last steps literally say, add broth or water if the stew is dry. A stew is liquid. How is a stew dry? Is that just overcooking the stew? I don't understand. How can a stew be dry? It doesn't make sense for a stew to be dry. It just doesn't. You can easily find them in most supermarkets. Good to know. Good to know. I don't know. I've never heard of a dry stew before, so your guess is as good as mine. But deglazing, deglazing is something I've wanted to do when I've pan-seared steaks. Just because apparently it can make like a really good sauce if you deglaze it properly, but it's just the fact that it takes wine, and I don't really drink alcohol, that sort of disincentivizes me from trying to deglaze something, you know? I mean, like you said, though, cooking it off would get rid of the alcohol content, but I don't know, just something about working with alcohol feels weird for somebody who's... Yeah, I know, you've said that. It just feels weird, because I've gone all my adult life avoiding drinking alcohol or anything like that. So using it to cook just feels odd. Like it would be odd, rather. Yeah. I mean, first I've got to see if anybody in my family would be interested in trying to eat stew before I can even, you know, commit to saying, yeah, I'm gonna make this. Okay, yeah, I found bay leaves. They are indeed at a local supermarket. For $1.98 for 0.25 ounces. 0.25 ounces. Wow, that's not a lot. You've made a gravy from deglazing your pan after cooking steak with water before. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I want to try, to deglaze a pan. But I'll figure it out. Like I said, I've got a month break now at this point, so I've got plenty of free time. Those kinds of seasonings tend to not be sold in huge quantities. Yeah, I mean, it is, like you said, leaves. So it's not too surprising that it's not really that expensive. It's really not that surprising. Yeah. That should do it. Oh. Did you guys finish fighting while I was running around lapping up the heat? Damn, way to fricasse that Vorpal chicken brigade. You know, I'm seeing a lot of chicken, but not a lot in the other bird. Chicken, 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 chicken. You're right, we still don't have any turkey. Now what do we do? Roast chicken is great, and it certainly makes for a great Christmas dinner. But now that we've come this far, I'd really like to serve both chicken and turkey like we originally planned. We can't go back yet, not until we've had enough of both birds. You're a greedy one, aren't you, St. Martha? Or should I refrain from addressing you as Saint right now? No. Though your spirit origin may be a far cry from a saint at the moment, you have your memories of being one. A saint? Yes I am. Though I can't say I really feel like one. Is that so? Then what will you do, Saint? Will you give up on the turkey and settle for chicken alone? It doesn't matter whether or not I'm a saint right now. What matters is my decision to serve both kinds of poultry for this Christmas party. That was my plan, and while it may be selfish of me to say this, I don't want to change it for anything. Very well, then. The ground is shaking. Those are some big magical energy signals I'm sensing. What did you just summon, Avenger? Having witnessed the strength of the Saint's resolve for myself, I call upon the true rulers of this land. Come forth, King Vorpal Turkeys. Fate, everybody. You're dealing with King Vorpal Turkeys. Just fate things. Just fate things. Go cat. Yep, this'll be our squad here. Let's go. Okay. The turkey shall avenge the chickens. That's not good. They have guts. And full charge, so... Martha, you're probably gonna die here, sorry to say. Yeah. I don't think I can really save you here, Martha, so sorry. Oh, and there's even more enemies, too. I just saw that there's 5 remaining. Lovely. Murderous ultrasonic wave! Okay, What's the best way to approach this? Do it like so, perhaps? Doot. Hopefully it's not a full HP guts. It's a 1 HP guts. Son of a... That's annoying. But this is... This is game set match, I think. Because Dante's has his own NP generation now. Yeah, get an attack boost. There we go. And Dante's. If I am correct, this should be the last node I have available to me. Or last storm. If I'm right. I could be wrong. Let's find out if I'm right or if I'm wrong. There, that's the last one down. Great job, everyone. It's over? Really? This is great. Now we've got plenty of fresh turkey. Although, was it just me, or did those king turkeys look exactly like chickens? I thought turkeys were more, you know... Bah, don't pick nits, Boudica. Remember, these aren't just any turkey, they're Vorpal turkeys. Woof. Well, I guess they could conceivably differ somewhat from ordinary chickens and turkeys, but hey, as long as the meat's good, that's all that really matters. I've only been supporting you all by cooking so far, But if that actually did help us get the ingredients we wanted, then I'm glad I could be of use. You were doing a good bit of damage yourself, big sis. It really is great to be able to refuel during battle. Thank you once again, milady. You're right, it is. Though it does take some skill to eat during an intense battle like that. Alright, now that we've got the ingredients for our main course, what do we say we head back? You know, I just realized that we're coming up on the final dish. And I think we all know what the icing on this particular cake ought to be. Exactly. Right. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but whatever it is, I promise I'll make it super yummy. Let's keep going until the job is done, Trask. Master. Hell yeah. Yes, ma'am. Be nice and don't use foul language. Magnificent. Truly that was a spectacular show of skill. I see you need no further warning. All you need to do now is continue on your path. May your Christmas Eve be merry indeed. Dante's, of course, can't help but be ominous. And that's quartz. Yep, that is indeed the last node I can do. So I'm going to just do this node as I'm calling the stream out here then. So, this is the gold currency node, but it is not what we're going to be running in the grand scheme of things. But I'm going to start my sign-off for this stream here. So I have been Solar Dragon. I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, leave me some feedback in whichever way you so see fit. Thank you, J6, for having the 5-star CE at the ready. If you want to catch more by me, be sure to check out my channel here on Twitch or YouTube. Same name, same games. There is plenty of content for you all to enjoy. So once again, thank you so much for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Are you leveled up? Yeah. Have a fantastic evening, everybody. And yes, one day, the answers will come to me. One day, the answers will come to us all. I hope that I get my answer of if I pass my course tonight or not, and if I'm going to be depressed for the next while or not. So wish me luck that I passed. Bye, everybody.